Hey folks, I'm Sean C. Davis, and today I want to show you about a new project that I've been cooking up for probably a couple months now, and I'm really excited about it. Now, one of the things that took the longest with this project was coming up with the name, and I put a whole little talk video together about naming things by leading with joy. I called it the Schmonz principle, and ultimately, I could not figure out what to call this thing. And it took a long time to really figure out, like, where does this fit into my stack of tools? Ultimately, I decided to call it Cubster, and I kind of love it. I don't kind of love it. I really love it. It's a cute name, makes me smile, and I had a lot of fun putting the logo together. And so there's a lot going on here, and it's going to grow quite a bit and probably pretty quickly. So let me first just tell you the role that this is playing and what it's supposed to be and where it's going. And then I think it'll make a little bit more sense as we look at this place I'm starting, which is a really specific place, but also pretty cool and capable already, in my opinion. So the idea is that Cubster is somewhat of a developer platform that sits right on top of Netlify. So whenever I'm building projects, I'm deploying them to Netlify. And I love deploying to Netlify, partially because I work there. But no, I've been using Netlify for almost a decade. And the reason I use it is because Netlify is built on these really strong, powerful, and flexible platform primitives. And what I have found myself doing, especially in this age of AI, where I am constantly creating new projects, is that I find and unlock a new pattern. Like, for example, this is how I want to handle file uploads in every project. And then once I unlock that pattern, when I get to my next project, I end up pointing my agent at the previous project. And I'm like, okay, we need file uploading. So go build it like we built it in this other project. And you can build a skill. But the other thing that happens then is you end up with these features that are all essentially the same thing, but they're all duplicated. They're all duplicates. They all live in isolation. And you find one bug in one place, and the way that you fix it everywhere is not the same. And so file uploading is a great example, because what does Netlify have? Netlify has serverless functions. Netlify has an image CDN, and Netlify has blob storage. So by default, just in starting a Netlify project for free, you have all of the components you need to be able to build a powerful image uploading and delivery service. But you have to decide, or you have to let your agent decide, how to kind of put those primitives together in some sort of cocktail that will deliver the experience that you want for your applications. And what I have found is that it tends to be pretty much the same sort of pattern for me, project by project. So I was like, okay, well, this is just one component. Another one is a text editor, just making text areas on the web easier to use. And so it's problems like these where I have a very specific taste and solution that I want to see. And what I really want to do is just build it once. And in the old world, it made a lot of sense to basically be like, yeah, I'll copy and paste it, because managing some sort of open source project that all of my other projects are inheriting is a heck of a lot of work. And I don't really want to do that. But today, it's just so easy that if you make a change, you could just point your agent to like 20 different repos and just say, go update all of these repos. And you walk away, come back, and everything's updated and using the new version. So this is what I did. And this is where I've started. Now you can explore. This website here, cubster.dev, is new. It's simple. A lot of the content you'll see is more or less a placeholder, but we do have the beginnings of a documentation site. There is some stuff that you can actually do today, but you can't access the application or the platform itself. So the only thing we've really got is we don't even have it. Oh yeah, there's an editor. So you can play around with this editor and you can use the editor directly. For those folks that have followed me closely, I was kind of going down this path with a custom rock tree team. That's what I called the team Rock Tree. And Rocktree was managing its own developer tools. And one of those was called Ash. And Ash was this text area editor. And Cubster is now going to become this place where all of these things live. And so it's going to be a combination of these public packages and SDKs that can be consumed. And some of those might just be open source and be able to use directly. And some of them are going to tap into the platform via some API. And so I'm not going to go deep on the editor, but if you want to tinker with it, then go ahead. Right now, it is currently closed source. I'm trying to figure out how to move forward with that because I do want to open up as much as I can, but I need to learn a little bit more about what exactly is happening here. So there's the text area. You can edit it. You can use it, whatever you want to do. Now, I also have this essentially a digital asset management system. And I'm going to show you how that works today, and then I'll iterate on it and I'll figure out how to open it up and let folks in. But as you probably saw on the homepage here, if you want to learn more, you can, of course, subscribe to these videos because as I make updates, I'm hoping on a weekly or every other week basis, you're getting a pretty big update and kind of walkthrough of where I am. And hopefully within a couple of months or so, maybe faster, I'll be able to open this up. But in the meantime, throw your email in the waitlist, which is on cubster.dev. Now you can do the same thing on app.cubster.dev right now. And, but it's going to throw you on a waitlist. So by default, you get these different workspaces when you sign up for the application. And so I can create this personal brand workspace right here. And then you create API keys to interact with the API. So there are a lot of different components here. So there are all these, well, I say all these, right now it's two public packages. So we've got SDKs that can be consumed by any application SDKs that can be consumed by any application. There's the CLI, which enables you to interact with the API. So there's also the API, and then there is the app UI surface as well. So all of these things become this developer platform that just sits right on top of Netlify and adds these streamlined, opinionated workflows that my goal is, if other folks want to use this as well, that it just helps you put really specific features into your applications and move a lot faster. So if you're just like, I need image uploading, then you don't have to spend as many tokens having your agent build out image uploading, but you can still take advantage of all of Netlify's primitives. And I'm playing around with some different potential combinations of how exactly this gets distributed. And I suspect that and this is part of the reason I did the waitlist. My gut right now, if I had to choose, would be that this ends up being a thing that becomes open source and the deployment gets distributed versus it being like, I hang on to this hub and everybody connects to this one hub. I'm not super interested in managing a product at this particular time, but we'll see. I don't know what's going to happen. Anyways, so we can have these assets and we can upload them through the UI. So I've uploaded this one directly, and then when you click on it, you can copy the raw URL and go directly there, and we see it got this full image. But then we have all these other permutations. There's a 150 by 150, and all this is really doing, so what is happening is when I upload this, it gets stored in a Netlify blob and also in the database. And then it has its own endpoint. So there's a Netlify function that just returns the content of the blob. But what we do is we wrap that endpoint in the image CDN. So you get this on the fly image transformation, which is super duper powerful. So we can do things like, I didn't have to do anything for this thumbnail to be resized like this. And it's so much smaller. So it's going to be more efficient if that's the size you need it for your website. but I don't have to store that differently. It just comes for free, and we're just proxying through Netlify's image CDN service. But one of the coolest things is going to be the CLI and the ability for agents to be able to work with this system and just upload assets. So for example, let's go over to my command line here. And what I can do is I can say npx cubster /CLI, and we'll just say help. We just have a few commands today. Okay, cool. So I'm already signed in, but I can say, who am I? And look, so I'm signed in. I've got my email address here. We see I've got my personal brand as well, or that my workspace is what I should say. And we've got this unique slug as well. And then what I can do is I can say assets ls, and it's going to list all my assets out there, which is cool. I could remove it, but instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to say upload, and then I'm going to, let's see if we can find an upload. I think I've got, my avatar is in here, I think. Yeah, there it is. So that's that same image. So we're going to try to upload this. It loads, it's hitting the API, and then we've got it. Look at that. Now, if I go back over here, I'll refresh this page, and there we go. I've got 2 of them now. And I can ask for my list again. And then let's make sure we delete the right one. So we've got this one, right? And then I can delete it. We say yes. Now let's go back here, refresh again, and it's gone. Okay, so that's a quick look at Cubster and where Cubster is today. I am really excited about this thing. Like a lot of my other projects, it's just at the very beginning because I'm finally building this mental model of how I want to build and maintain applications, but it's just feeling so good. And it's really feeling like, all right, I was trying a lot of things for a long time, and now it very much feels like I have sort of the foundation of the ecosystem figured out, and now I just need to put it in place and build it up. So I'm going to continue putting updates like this out, and they're going to be made much better, and these tools are going to be made much better if you all tell me what you're interested in seeing, what you're interested in seeing get built, what you're interested in trying. And then I can open these things up. You can tinker with them, or you can just take them for inspiration, steal them, build your own version of it. Whatever you want to do. I hope this helps you in any way it can. Subscribe for more videos like this. I'm Sean C. Davis. I'll see you all next time.